We are in Africa, Uganda.
Hi, I'm Rasnades. I'm from Brumdus like Triller Jermaine. You might know my face on the music game, but right now jumped in a podcast game. Keeping it real, that's the aim. With no rumors, no hearsay, just real life guests. Vibes in a way, and all of the hot topics in the U. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning.
It's too early for you to fall in love. Mama, don't you worry. She's my glory. No one and only. Yeah. Mama, don't you worry. She's
Greetings, people. Them right now, you're locked into the Reasoning Podcast. I'm your host, Rasnado. People, them, we got a very, very special show for you today. As you can see, we're not in normal settings. We are in Africa, Uganda, the capital, Kampala to be exact. Beautiful scenery, as you can see. Beautiful weather, beautiful people. Before we get into the episode, people, I need you to do something for me. I need you to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We need it so we can move forward. Thank you, people. So yes, people, man, we're here. We're in Uganda, Kampala, and the reason why we came to Uganda because I'm with YG. If you know, YG. With YG, we've come to Kampala, and my reason for coming to Kampala was a couple, but the main thing was to recharge. So really, just recharge from everything due to the hard work that's been going on. Obviously, the podcast has been going on now. You know, we've been going strong. This time last year I got incarcerated again for 28-day lie down. I came out, I applied myself. I said, you know what, I'm gonna get on it. Got on my podcast thing and I ain't stopped. Obviously off the back of that, I've done 2 live shows. I posted a red carpet, which I wasn't expecting. So now we're just looking at different things. We're trying to, you know, so I needed that space, to get my mind around things, breathing space, and to recharge because I've been working very hard. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Amongst other things that's been going on, you get me? Another reason for me was, as you know, that we lost a dear friend of ours, Bomber B. I think losing him took a lot out of me. Not just me, out of the whole group, but I can speak for myself and what I've been through, and it took a lot out of me. And it happened fast and unexpectedly, and we weren't expecting it, and it happened. And it's like, we just had to just deal with it, but then we had to get along with it as well. And like the fundraiser, for instance, like even doing that took a lot of energy out of me because it wasn't just me. Obviously, I was backed by all the members, you know, they came through and done what they've done, but I was the spearhead of it all, innit? So, yeah, I was doing a lot of running up and down, it was just a lot. And then, not long after, was his funeral, on his birthday. And yeah, man, it's just, you know, things can take their toll on you. And God bless his mom, because she's always checking up on me and making sure that, and she was the one who was telling me, you need to go, you need to get away, you need to go somewhere. So I went and saw her on Christmas Eve. She gave me a Christmas cake and that she bakes all the cake. God bless her, God bless Mama B, you get me? And basically, she was just saying to me, like, listen, you just need to go. Like, I'm looking to go away, like, go away. Like, we're all, obviously, nothing's going to be compared to her. She's just her son, but, you know, we're all hurting in our own way. So I said, yeah, you know what? And also, I want to see Africa. Like, if you know me, you know that I'm a culture, man, everything, my hair, everything, you know me. So, Africa's not a place where I've ventured, and I would like to more. I've been to North Africa, Morocco, and obviously the people there are like the brown-skinned people, and so they're not like, obviously we're all one people, but you know what I mean? It'd be nice to go to a place where it's my people, the culture's the same. Obviously when it's there, Islam and stuff, here there is Islam as well, but they also do, you know, Christ and other things. So yeah, a lot of Rastas over here as well. So yeah. Also, I didn't really want to go to the West because you know, like everyone goes to the Ghanas, the Gambias, the Nigerias, and there's nothing wrong with them. I do want to explore them, but a lot of people go over there, a lot of Western people, so they're starting to get a bit westernized, unless you go into the villages and stuff, as I've seen. So yeah, there will more time be future trips for me, but right now, I said, you know what, I want to go to the east, and I'll start off in Uganda. The reason why I started off in Uganda is because I've got a connection here. Me and YG's got a connection here. His name's Daniel. We know him as DB, we call him DB. His name up here, his name's Daniel. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Obviously, when I got picked out of Lordswood in my last year, I went to Harborne Hill, met him. He was from like the Lee Bank side of town. I've never really ventured over that side of town, so I always knew people down there, but I never really ventured. So I thought, you know, after school, go down there, boom, 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 look at weed, whatever. Link y'all, boom, bam, this, that. Through that, built up a relationship here. I was going to say to you, pause. Obviously, we've left school and it continued. Now, I always knew that he was African, but I didn't know that he was Ugandan. I didn't know he had family out here. I didn't know nothing about them, like, properly. You get me? It's only when we've got older and certain things happen and that, and it's time to do certain movements, it's making man know, yo, I don't need to be here. And he went, and he was going for a couple of times. He went, and then he just never came back. And I'm sure he's been here for like, don't get me wrong, he can tell you himself when he comes on here. It's either 5 or 7 years he's been here straight, and yeah, he ain't looked back. You get me? His family's here, and he's doing his thing. So obviously, it was only made sense that he came out here. Obviously, like I was saying, he's down Lee Bank. He's got people. You know YG, you got Smokes, you get me? So, remember I grew up with YG anyway, you know, from a youth, you know. But naturally now, through this, we've re-linked up because he's moved down to Highgate from Lazar's. You get me? So we've kind of lost that connection, but now, we're bigger, I mean, you get me, we can reach, so we've got a little team there, you get me? Doing our thing. So, he's moved away due to whatever reasons, he'll let Nick, you know, you get me? There's always used to come back and say, yo, listen, you man don't know what you're doing. England is rubbish, what you doing here? You know what I'm saying? You need to come back here and live properly. And Tuesday, man wanted to recharge and do whatever. I thought, you know what? Shout out YH, what I go on. Create a little plan. Hooked up flights and that. Hooked up the apartment, we're in a nice apartment. Pool, everything down there. And yeah, man. Out here, you get me? So really, man. And it's mad because, you know, before you come here, even though I'm well cultured and stuff and well grounded, and I know the truth, you still have a lot of fears in your subconscious in the back of your mind, because you hear all the negative stuff about Africa, about it's poor and you can go over there and catch diseases and the food ain't nice and all these kind of rubbish that you hear. You know what I'm trying to say to you? And man was a bit skeptical, you get me, like a bit asking questions and that, so we did a lot of research through that though. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So all that negativity, man, I'm saying this for a reason, because obviously the people that are watching this who think, oh, I don't want to go there, hear this, hear that. Listen, just don't listen to nothing. The media, everything is all made up. You just need to land to these places and see for yourself, innit? But yeah, obviously you get me, you hear little ones and twos and that, but it's been alright. And I'm gonna get into my little journey, little more, and tell you what I've learned, what I've discovered while being here, and what I've noticed, you get me? But, yeah man, you get me? Also doing the research and being here, I've noticed a lot of things. So, we noticed that Uganda is a colonized country, and it's colonized by the UK mainly, and it's the British Empire began colonizing it in 1860, I think, yeah, that's when it started. And then within 10 years, it was officially given full control of economical and political power. So, you know, it's major, you get me? Winston Churchill named this the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. And they said he was racist. So you look at that. And he used to come here frequently and visit here a lot. And he named the Pearl of Africa because of all the resources and the beautiful landscape and just everything about it. You know what I'm trying to say, Chad? It's the most beautiful place on earth, and he's not lying. He's not lying. So, yeah. Due to the UK being in control, a lot of the things that are here, like the language, like we thought there were going to be language barriers, because I think the language is Swahili, but we all speak English. English is the main language. You can come here and just speak English, it's normal, you know what I mean? So he was like, what? Yeah, obviously UK, that comes from being colonized, that's what happens. The laws, a lot of the laws are the same. I'll speak to someone about the law, like if you did this here, what happened? And they say, look, whatever is in the UK, it's here. So that makes me know as well. The driving. When we landed, Daniel's sister, she was leaving. She's got a car, he's got a car. So she dropped us off at the airport. He had to drive her car, I drove his car back. So I've got my license, legal, everything's nice. It's right and drive. I don't mind driving left-hand, but I don't really like it. Most foreign countries, whether they've been colonized by the UK or not, they have left-hand drive, don't they? Done it before, but I'm not a fan of it. And I realised, wait there, this is right-hand drive. The car, like, everyone's driving on the right-hand side of the road, and the steering wheel's on the right-hand side of the car. So I was just driving, and it was all right. It was all right, man. It was all right, you know what I mean? Can't really complain, so. And a lot of the places in Africa are like, this is why before you go, you have to do research and see which countries where they're colonized by. Some might be French, some might be Africa. I mean, some might be England, sorry. Some might be Spain, but some might be both. You get me? They might actually just speak English here. Because these are the things that will give you the barriers where you won't want to go. But here, and everyone that speaks English, bro, it's normal. You get what I'm trying to say to you? And they have many exports here as well, you know, they have many exports. I think one of the main things that they export here is coffee and gold. They do a lot of shea butter and things like that as well. But coffee and gold, one of the main things that they produce here. Apparently last year there was trillions of dollars worth of gold found here. I think they push it under the rug a bit because I think if it came to light, obviously you can have a lot of corruption with that, ain't you? You can have a lot of leaders, a lot of people. You want to get their hands on that, so they're not declare it all. They're not going to declare it all, innit? If it was declared and all regulated properly and done all properly, this I think would be the third or fourth richest nation in the world. So, you know what I mean? And yeah, they do a lot of stuff there, man. It's like a very, in your head, it's very peaceful. You know what I mean? Like it's the perfect place to come and recharge. Like you're just at one with nature. You get me? At the moment, we're in Kampala, it's the city, so it's a bit built up, a lot of cars, noise, you probably can hear in the background. But as you go further out, you've got like a place called Ginger. That's where it was yesterday. That's where the River Nile is. We'll speak about that later. Show some clips. The River Nile, where Abraham and Moses and they say Jesus was, these people, you get me? And it's the source of the Nile. So the Nile starts in Uganda and finishes in Egypt. So this is the main source of the Nile where it was. So yeah. Magical place still. It's different. You get me? But yeah, man, I'm gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Yes, people, them. So we're there, live, Africa, Uganda, Kampala. As I told you before. Obviously, as I told you, my right hand man, Pause, flew over here with me. You get me? YG, what going from the tree? Blessings. About time you get me, you floated on here, but we're gonna get you on here properly anyway, but we're here now and you get to the stage here. So yeah, man, cuz so how have you found your trip to Uganda, fam?
Yo, my trip to Uganda has been explosive. You know what I'm saying, to car. As I said, not a lot of people speak about Uganda anyway. Like I know a lot of people from Africa in the UK anyway, you get me, and they're usually from like Nigeria, Gambia, Ghana, you know what I'm saying to you, like inside. So when it comes to Uganda, you don't really get no input, no information like how is it out here unless you know somebody or you go through the media. You get me? So luckily, man knows someone over here. You get me? As you explained beforehand, you get me? But when I've done my own research now, like as I said, you go on YouTube and that, they show things from like years back. You get what I'm saying to you? And it's probably like copied and reposted again, but they don't show you like the real development, what's going on out here. So to come out here and expect something, and it's not that, that was a big shock still. I'm not gonna lie. It was a big shock still.
So you're really saying you found your trip to be eye-opening? Yeah, big eye-opening. You know what I'm saying?
Big eye-opener, innit? So,
same thing like me still.
Bare little things, bro. Like, as I said, like, they show, on YouTube, they show you things like, you get me, see, downtown. So they show you, like, let's say the huts and houses, but not built up to the point where you say, yeah, I want to move over there. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, there's levels to this down here. Like, you've got the bottom end to middle class to high class. You know what I'm saying to you? From top of the hill to down. And you see, like, money in certain places don't even mean nothing to certain people. Like, they've got it, and you wouldn't even know. They're mixing in with normal people, bro. You got big time.
Yeah, so even though it's a different in the food chain, different hierarchy, there's no you're poorer than me, so I don't mix with you. Everyone's just kind of floating around each other.
The same level, bro. Like, everyone thinks the same. You can see the frequencies the same.
Yeah.
You don't get looked upon differently. You got what I'm saying? That's the major thing.
No, I get you.
Get me coming from the UK. But as it says, like, the value of you don't mean more than someone else down here. You got what I'm saying to you? So as I said, everyone mixes in. Unless someone points someone out to you and say, yo, that person there, you know that person's worth so much. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying to you? When in England, you can see everyone's worth, even if they're faking it, bro.
Yeah.
You get me? So
true, you're not lying. So, what cultural differences have you noticed to here, to the UK?
As in like
just
of African cultures over in the UK living.
Like how we grew up, like in the UK as Westerners, to just everything, like, you know, culture, like, you know, how man grew up in it as black man in the UK.
Right, and safe then. One thing I have noticed, you know what I'm saying to you, which is probably gonna mess with a lot of females' minds, but you see, like, the respect a female has for their partner is just it's different. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, over here, the man is made to hunt. Yeah, go out and get that bread. Yeah, for real. So everything else, which you get me, without trying to sound too fuckery, you get me, the woman take care of. You get me. So what I'm saying to you, little things like the house is taken care of, food taken care of, the kids are taken care of. Like, anything that will stray a man's mind off of business and bringing in that income is taken care of. You know what I'm saying to you? So the average man out here, is stress-free. You know what I'm saying to you? He's leaving his house, coming back.
Peaceful.
And it's peaceful. You know what I'm saying to you? And the woman benefits from him just making sure everything's taken care of, so she ain't got to wake up with any stresses. You get what I'm saying to you? Because furthermore, if you start a family, you want to be around your family. So a woman, if you've had kids, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure your kids have got security, the comfort, they're eating, they're healthy, they're ready. But you can't do that if you're... You know what I'm saying to you? Too much. There can't be two kings. You know what I'm saying to you? It's just what it is. The queen's got her place and she's going to be represented as a queen, and the king's got his place, and that's just what it is. They respect the order of things, you get me? In a westernized world, it's too... I don't know, man. It's too competitive. You know what I'm saying to you? There's a lot of competitiveness.
Between male and female.
Male and female.
And male and female.
It's just the nature of us, you get me? And when you come out to places like this, you know, it just gets stripped. You get me? So there ain't no competitiveness. It's just working together to build.
And that's the main thing, you know.
You get me?
And that's what they do, going back to what you said when you're saying, you see, like, the different hierarchies, don't have to be rich or poor, they all work together to make one thing spin. You get me? Therefore, if you've got something to offer, to bring to the table, they are going to work with you. So in England now, you can come with a good idea, whatever it may be. Man, I'm going to second guess you, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? And go around the bend and ready they're ready to just get down to business.
You get what I'm saying
to you? Man, you're not lying.
They see what you're working with, bro. You got me? So, yeah, man.
So what have you noticed about the differences in day-to-day living and spending money? Like, are you spending money? Like the day-to-day living here. What have you noticed the differences between here and the UK?
Here are a lot of places, to be fair. It's
Yeah.
your body goes a long way. Obviously, because I'm out here exploring, my money is just, you get me,
But still,
doing
though,
differently. But still, I'm doing a lot. I can do way more. You get me saying to you, but it's your money goes such a long way that giving tips to people, yeah, is nothing. That's the next thing as well. No one's begging for nothing over here. I've been to other countries, bro. That
even the
seems to
same,
do
but even Jamaica, no disrespect, I love my place, you know, but
the haggling thing and
the
all that. Yeah.
haggling and all that, and these people, they leave you alone, brother.
Like, so when I'm going to yard, I know what to expect from the airport. You know what I'm saying to you, bro? Straight when I jump off the plane. You know what I'm saying to you? For my whole trip, I know what it's going to be like. You know what I'm saying to you? After now, yeah, over here where I'm at now, I can't speak for everywhere else, but bro, not one person's come to me and asked me for nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? I've wanted to give. You know what I'm saying to you? And even when you give, they look at you like, raw, you don't even need to do that. True. You know what I'm saying to you? So, as I said, this country, see these low countries now, they that's how they survive off tips. That's what anyone needs to understand. Their income's low, but what you give on top that's what's going to bring them through.
Yeah, sometimes the tips makes like triple what they would make in a wage in a month.
You know what I'm saying to you? So,
it's true
it
still.
all helps, you get me?
And even like the going to like, you know, like even like the spending differences, like show them some comparisons, because you know what I'm saying, is because YG's, when we go away, YG's the guy, like YG will have the phone out like, yo, boom, yeah, that costs us £7, you know. I could just calculate it quick. I'm all going in my pouch to get the money before by the time the money comes out, this man's really so like show them like what, like some of the just a few like comparisons, for instance.
Just a basic example, a £50 shop that will cost you in a supermarket, yeah, cost you, say, like £13, £15. You get what I'm saying to you? And I'm talking about, these are good quality things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying to you? Packaged and everything. You know what I'm saying to you? Like petrol, like a tenner in my car, £10 in my car is going to last me half a day, bro. If that. You know what I'm saying to you? £10 here is going to last you a couple days. Yeah. For real. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. There's so much.
Even the loud packs, I swear, I don't mean.
Yes. I didn't want to get into that part.
But that was to be reasoning, but it's real. Obviously, there's now Paznak in it. Obviously, boom. Obviously, that's a bad cup of broad. That needs to bless days and the
quality is different,
right
bro.
Now, like, yeah, it's working out, yeah. To like £2 a gram.
Not for real. Like,
but the BU's higher though. It's from over here. You get the organically grow. It's just fire. It's fire. I gotta get too much and bait up that thing. But yeah, it's nice. It's just it's fire. It's fire loud, fam.
You're not missing out. Basically, yeah, coming out here, you're not missing out on nothing.
Yeah,
like I thought the struggle.
Our uptown meal, we're running about a tenner.
Yeah.
£12 with a drink.
The most.
With a mixed drink with it.
But then here what the thing is now. See, if when you're going full uptown and you're going to like the clubs and all that now, alcohol, isn't near enough the same as
it's
the
not
UK.
Far off.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's not though. It's not far off. But at the same time, can't think about it. The Henny, when you work out, the Henny was about what? Bills in that place.
Just over bills.
But really, Henny nowadays in our nightclubs, bro, 180 isn't it now?
Yeah, I've paid 180,
170 isn't it? It's like that now.
Yeah, certain places are like that.
Yeah, a lot of places. Yeah. Unless you go into a yard, man, look at Shubby, and where we was going, these clubs people are like, I swear, some of them like Dubai.
Yeah, it is proper.
Like Dubai nightclubs, open air tables,
tables are full of bottles.
It's crazy.
So obviously, you know what I'm saying, there's different
levels out
here.
You
can live out here. You know what I'm saying, you want to live in the country, you can live in the country, and still go party if you want to go party. You can never see the party side of life if you don't want to see the party side of life. Yeah. It's the same, you get me? It's it's a good experience, man. Everyone needs to, I think everyone needs to venture, you get me? If you've got a friend that's connected over here, connect with them properly. If you've got family, connect with your family, yo. You get me? Car. It would change the way you look at life.
Oh, that's true. Not lying.
Motivate you, bro.
Not lying. So, economically and politically, what's different? Would you say from the UK? You know what I'm saying? The UK, because where we're from, we don't really know what other people's situation. You get me?
If you do, anyone that does the research can obviously just know how the government's just different anyway. You get me? How they're using their resources is different. How they pump into the country is different. You get what I'm saying to you? As we were being out here, there's been a lot of police presence. You get me?
Yeah.
Now in our country, it will be very intimidating. Out here, it's just normal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? You feel safe.
They held you up and
You know what I'm saying to you? They're not. Yeah,
they're big gun on their waist, and they're still saying hello.
You know what I'm saying to you? You know what I'm saying?
Finger on the
I've
trigger,
seen a gun
everything.
every single day since I've been out here, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? The person that is watching our where we're staying now.
Yeah, because gated, but there's a big gate with a man with a gun there.
He's got a chopper on him,
and he has to open the gate for you to drive your car in, or he governs the thing.
You know what I'm saying to you? But the media, how they put it across and how they edit it, it just looks like crazy. Like, yo, you can't even walk out here like this. You know what I'm saying to you? Look, I've got my jewelry on. Like, I've been like this. Man, I've been like this the whole time.
Do you reckon economically, yeah, it's better to live out here? You reckon you save more money?
Yeah, if you've got something going on, yeah, you save more money. Even at the survival, if you didn't have so much, then you'll still survive out here. You know what I'm saying? Because everything makes money over here. You know what I'm saying? So much opportunities because it's building up. You get me?
But, you don't need much, do you?
You don't need much at all. Like a little goes a long way out here. And as it says, if you've got a handful of money, yeah, you go in places. You know what I'm saying to you?
You reckon you got what you needed out of this trip?
Yeah, definitely, and more.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this is solid. Made it solid. Like, yo, my back and forth trips to here is just a normal thing. You get me? As I says, like the highlight was the River Nile. Because obviously, you get me, that's historical as itself. You get me, just to know that I've touched there before. I've you get me,
that's what I was showing them earlier. Yeah,
it's a big thing, fam. Growing up in my culture, you get me, back in the day, as we grew up as wrestlers, you get me, that was a thing that was taught to us, like the River Nile. Then going back to Africa and where to
Fire away, and them man, they put in their lyrics and Sizzler and all them man there.
You get me. So growing up as a young youth, where I come from, it's just reckless, and there's no say, yo, I can just separate that and do things like this, bro. It's mad, because man could be dead or in jail right now. You know what I'm saying to you? So
I have to give thanks, man. Give thanks
every time. You get me.
So you say you definitely can see yourself returning to Uganda, innit?
Yeah, come on, man. I don't want to say too much.
Nah, no, yeah, not telling him saying returning. I ain't gonna say that.
I ain't saying too much.
He's not returning, yeah.
Anyone that follows me and my man's journey, you get me, you're gonna see way more what's going on. You get me? As you can see, we're not messing around. You get me? Trying to open people's eyes to what's out here if you don't already know. You know what I'm saying to you? So,
motherland.
All those things that they tell you outside, we're just showing you. Like, it's not that. It's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. I'm a city kid, and I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
Peaceful as well.
Yeah, it's peaceful. I can think. I'm charged. I'm gonna go back home now. You get me? Back to business.
It's true, man. It's true. So before we leave, what have you learned from your trip, cause?
Boy,
a couple key things that you've learned from it.
And a couple of things, you know, just definitely gonna be looking at a lot of things, and definitely when I get home, but just slow down. Like when you're at home, where we from, you just rushing. You get me? Just know when there's a time to slow down, and then you got me, and just reevaluate things. You get me? And I don't know, man. Like things that used to get on my head or nerves. You get me? I'm gonna try and control that more. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? I said, where you're from is frustrating. You do get frustrated. I ain't been frustrated once out here. You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm gonna try to take that back home. Things that will bother me back at home, I'm gonna reflect what I've seen out here and be like, you know what? Boom.
Yeah.
Change the narrative of that, and you get what I'm saying to you. But yeah, I'm just gonna build on what's going on, and try and just go around convincing people that, yo, this is the way forward. You get me?
Yeah.
Through action and that. But
it's true, man.
Definitely how even like how I make money, like what you spend your things on.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, like I'm not materialistic like
I
that.
know what you're
but
saying, but it humbles you
it
even
humbles
more,
you,
though.
bro,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying to you? It don't matter what you got out here, bro. No one cares.
No one cares.
No one
still,
cares, bro. Like,
no one
you know what I'm
cares.
saying to you? So to think that you don't have to, yo, what am I wearing today and
Yeah.
put this
Yes,
two together. And,
go
you
on,
know what I'm saying to you?
yeah.
That's a stress in itself, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? So
True you talking, man.
yeah, it's gonna dumb it down. I'm gonna dumb it down and you get me.
Yeah, man. Just continue the journey, innit? Guidance, blessings. Nah, man. Done no respect still for floating through still and blessing up the thing and sharing the experience with the people. I mean, you get me?
Nah, man,
YG, you know, he's got some lot of stuff coming. Ras YG, Herbalites, and
yeah, man, I got a
that's
couple of
his-
things coming, man.
his-
Got
his-
Herbal Page,
Herbal page, Herbalites. You might as well start following Kai's up there, so follow it from now.
Beer Herbal
How do you
Products
spell
coming.
it? So they
There's
know.
Herbal_light.
Yeah,
That's on Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it LITE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then obviously I'm gonna start coming with some content as well. You get what I'm saying to you. So there's a couple things coming on. So just
Out
keep
for it.
locked on. You're gonna see me making some more appearances and the reasoning.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You get what I'm saying to you. I'm just gonna take this global. You get me?
Come on. You get me live from Uganda.
Come
You
on.
get me? Big up Ras YG. You get me? Don't know.
Every time.
Mad.
Yes, so people, as I told you, the reason why I've been in Uganda, obviously, I came to have a recharge, you get me, due to certain things and that, and working hard and that. Obviously, I told you I had a connection today. It was my school friend that I met back in the day, Daniel. We call him DB. This is him, you get me? Wagwan, family.
Wagwan, my bro.
You good, make sure you talk up, please, you know, because of the mic. Yeah,
Truly.
talk up. So you're blessed, fam. So, where was you born, family?
Yeah,
Oh, so you was born in Uganda?
yeah. So for reasons that we can talk about maybe on another chat
Yeah,
show.
we're not gonna get deep into it.
When I was 2 years, 1988, my parents relocated from here to Rome.
Okay.
And to be precise, yeah, Highgate.
Yeah.
So that starts the Highgate journey,
Okay.
Borsaleve.
So, did you go to school around there then?
Nah,
Primary school and
no
stuff?
kindergarten there, Chandas. All right, then I left there when I was 1 coming to 2, really. So I was still a kid, a little baby. So when I got there when it was kindergarten time.
Okay, like nursery times.
Yes.
Okay, what you would call kindergarten.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was thrown straight into the deep end, into kindergarten, Chandas in Highgate.
So basically, so really, you was calm then. You grew up, obviously you knew you had Ugandan heritage, but you grew up like as an English from the beginning, because if you go from nursery to primary school to senior school, you know what I mean? You're blessed like where some people get thrown in like you know, like when 11.
Yeah.
They just get
Not to
moved.
throw a name, but Big Shout, an example. Biggs and Shout.
Yeah. That is a bit harder too.
Yeah.
And makes sense though, because I wouldn't have known that you was born here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's just, you just know, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, it makes sense now.
Yeah,
makes sense now still. It makes sense now still. So academically, how would you, it's a quick one, I'm going to leave the school thing. I forgot. I think you was quite good at it academically.
Yeah, I was still.
You wasn't it?
I don't know where it came from, but I started off like with a solid background, like because of my parents. They always, I don't know where they got it from, but they always instilled reading inside of man. They always made sure, as early as primary school, I can remember reading at home every day. And then when I went to primary school, I remember the teacher asking me to help others to read.
Okay.
In primary school.
Yeah, so it's deep like that.
Yeah, obviously later on in primary school, but in primary school, the latter years of primary school, the teacher was asking me to help the other people in class to read. So that's how I kind of had a good start in life still when it comes to education. It was kind of drilled into me.
Yeah, that's proper. So obviously, like I said, I'm not going to get into your life and all that stuff, but obviously...
But you know what? I know what the reasoning's about, so feel free, bro.
No, all right, cool.
No,
Yeah, what I mean, I say, so, obviously, I've met you in school. I told the people this already. I've met you in school, you get me? Obviously, man, boom, you get me? Linked up, whatnot. Pause. I've started floating down by other man's side, down Lee Bank. I've always said I always never really had no one I could check down there. I knew people down there, but no one could. So that was a link for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, you already knew YG through Snobs. I knew YG from before that, from we were kids, like babies. But
I didn't know that till recent.
All right, then. So we re-linked up through that. So I'm saying, so obviously now you're in the UK, but you're kind of touching the streets and that little in it and all that in it and.
like all of us in it, you're getting in little trouble and all them kind of things. And obviously, you've done little stints and that behind bars or whatnot. You've come out, not amazing. You've come out. What was the final straw made you say, you know what, I'm gonna come back to Uganda? That's the point I'm trying to make. You get me?
You know what? That's a very powerful question. There's two sides to that coin. One of them was what I was doing on the roadside. It wasn't leading me anywhere.
Simple as that. That's what we want to hear, man. You just need to know, man.
And the buzz had gone.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, it was
the kids need to know this.
I never set out to be a madman
that
or
person, whatever it is you're doing out there. Yeah. We don't have to get into deepness into it.
You just heard the background. I come from a background where my parents focused heavy on education. In fact, I had no reason to go there.
You doing that for?
So, to me, the vibe is what caught me. Growing up in Borsa Lead Bank, I'm not going to mention names, but the man them that were running in the 90s, Lead Bank, Borsa Leafs, Highgate in the 90s, early 2000s, to me, they were like mini gods.
Yeah, I get you, man.
I've never left the ends. And I know nothing about here.
Yes.
Because as you know, I grew up there. Yeah. So they've got all the attention. I got all the cars, the jewelry, everyone around the ends is talking about them.
Yeah.
So they've got the power that really we're supposed to be capturing in our 30s, 40s, but we're seeing it from young.
Yeah.
You're really supposed to go to school, go build a business or get a career, then get power.
Yes.
We saw that from young.
From the beginning, you get me? So, yeah.
So we should forget all of that. We can bypass those steps.
Yeah, but really you can't bypass nothing in life.
You can't, yeah. So, you're right. So that's a good correction. That is, I thought you could bypass those
steps. We all did, bro. We all did. None of us, we all remember, we all booked our toe and done things and end up going to jail and little silly things.
But the funny thing, as I was climbing up the ladder, I met you.
Yeah.
So it was just weird, like what you said earlier about how you saw us as a launch pad for you to enter Lead Bank, Highgate, Borsa Leaf. I saw you as a launch pad to come out of Lead Bank and expand my network in Wilson Green and other areas and get more experience on the roadside. Because at that time as well, growing up, you were the man in our little circle. Because of your experience as well. So you were helping me, Big Sheldon, not to do that.
Nah, of course.
Don't talk.
Naturally,
So to me, it was the perfect alignment. But to go back to your previous question, what made me make the transition from there to here? One, eventually the buzz ran out. Things weren't working out.
Yeah.
And two, when I saw what was here, I said, oh my God, how can people be taking risks with their lives here that can lead to them getting big birds or getting shot or even just getting robbed and wetted off, whatever it may be, when you can take less risks and experience all of this. I'm a strategic guy. Like, I've always been a thinker. So when I'm in a quiet environment and I sit and calculate, hold on, I'm doing this
what's going on here, really,
into this. And this is here, and all I've got to do to get it is this. So it was like, this is 2 + 2. It's giving me 6. 2 + 2 here is giving me 4. So I said, nah, this doesn't make sense. So I started going on a journey to find out about my background. When the roadside journey was getting a bit mad, a bit hot, and things weren't working out, I said, hold on, let me see what's happening in Africa. It was kind of an escape route for me, really. So, and you know what? Everyone's got an escape route. It might not be Africa. It could be an uncle, it could be an aunt, it could be a football club, but everyone in life has got that escape route. So you must jump on it, as soon as you get the chance to jump on it. Because my escape route has led me to this. So through doing that, I started to realize, hold on, the same standard of living that I had there, it's here. It's here, if not better, and for less. And on top of that, you don't get the same risks that are attached to being on the roadside. And in fact, it's not even I wouldn't want people to think this is a discussion about coming out of the roads to come to Uganda or to come to Africa.
It's just experience.
It's for me, the idea of recreating yourself at any moment in time. Is the power, and to me, I'm probably getting a bit spiritual now. To me, that's the real meaning of being born again. Like, to be able to die of your old self and be born again into something new. It's a hard process,
of course, it's a serious
people from your old life are going to be talking about.
The teething pains are crazy.
Bro, talking about you go and wash this. Certain gal you used to call them. They're not even answering your phone. They would answer at the first ring. Like, sometimes you press call, it's on, the call's answered 0. You didn't hear a ring, but now it's so you can see people start to move away from the power that you used to have disappeared. So it's hard, bro. It's painful. Like you go through the shivers. You're thinking, should I go back? But you can die of your old self and be born again and be born into something better than what was there. And that's what's here. That's what Uganda, Africa's about. And that's why I'm so glad you and YG came here to see what this is about, so you can go back as ambassadors and spread the story. Because it is true, bro. Like, I did recreate myself. The old me is literally dead. And this is a completely new me. And I'm a businessman now. Yeah, I'm running some family businesses. I'm part of my family businesses. Things are going quite well. The exposure and the experience is crazy. That in itself, probably we'll talk about it on another podcast. But just to know that you can earn an income, you can meet new people, you can go to new areas, to new ends.
It's a whole different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. You can build up a little asset portfolio outside of the world that you grew up in. Like in itself, like to me, that's the definition of being born again.
So, what year did you move here?
But yeah. You know what? It's hard, because I've always been coming back and forward for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So for the last 10 years, I've always been coming back and forward 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months.
Yeah.
So it's only been like in the last 4 years where I've increased my pace. And the only reason why that happened because activity here picked up.
Yeah. You're settling in now. You're running your business, like you're saying, your family business, this, that, whatnot. So you have to. Yeah, I get it.
So anyone who's looking to move abroad or start a new life, don't think it happens overnight.
Yeah.
It's a journey,
It's a journey, man. It's a journey.
Yeah,
it's a journey that you should enjoy, though.
Yes,
I can see that. You get me.
Yes.
Yeah, but embrace it. You get me.
Yes.
So, all right, cool. What are some of the cultural differences from the UK here?
Oh, that's a crazy one as well. All right, then Uganda was it was actually colonized by the British.
Yeah, in 1860.
Yeah. In the late 1800s, Britain colonized Uganda. So as a result of that, we adopted the British system.
Yeah. That's
so within the city and within institutions like the government, we follow the British
law.
system.
So everything, because this is what I was saying. This is what I was going to get into it now. So everything. Sorry, the dog's barking. As you know, as people as well. See the quality. I know it's not the usual sound, but remember we're abroad and we're working with the abroad equipment right now. You get me, but it's still good. You get me. Back to what you were saying now.
So the colonization took place late end of the 19th century.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say to you. So you see the law. So everything is the same law. Because I said that earlier to make sure that was right.
Yeah, yes. Our law is based off British law.
Okay. So more time, anything you can get convicted for over there.
Yes.
You can get, and is it the same times as well?
Yes.
The sentences you get.
In fact, here's the funny thing. Have you heard recently about Uganda brought out the anti-homosexual act?
I heard about it. Where you can get death penalty.
Yeah, if you're a homosexual, life imprisonment. It used to be death penalty, but it was reduced because of the pressure from the West.
Yeah.
It's now death penalty. Sorry, life imprisonment. But here's the funny thing. That law was already on our books when the British were here running the show. So when Britain was running Uganda, it was illegal to be a homosexual. It was illegal to be gay.
Okay.
So you can see we have just picked up the laws that were here when the British were running the show. So we amend it here, amend it there, but you're right, everything here.
And I think like the last end, the right-hand drive, right-hand side of the road, right-hand part, so.
Yeah. So the culture, so it's weird, it's like two tiers. So you got, on the surface, you got the British system that we've replicated, amended here and there, but beneath that, you've still got the traditional African culture.
Yes.
So for example now, all the
like
kids,
what we saw yesterday when we went Ginger, carry on.
Yeah. So that's a perfect example, bro. So when we went to Ginger, all those kids go to school.
Yes.
Monday to Friday.
Yes.
Those who are working are doing 9 to 5s.
Yes.
They get paid on a monthly basis. You getting it? But when they go in their yard and the door closes,
dogs all barking. Yeah, go on, sorry.
When they go in the yard and the door closes, the man's the head of the house.
Yeah.
Like, that culture's still there.
Yeah.
The man's the provider, the protector, the entertainer, the best friend.
Yeah.
Those roles are still there. If there's a problem in the family, the family come together, like your mum, your aunties, your uncles will come together
sit down and
decide on your case, bro.
Yeah.
And you're a man, but the group, the family has decided on your case, bro. Outnumbered, you can't do nothing. So the African system culture is still there.
Almost like the women, what's like with like marriage and stuff.
All right, then, again,
like
so
a household?
yeah. So, for example, now in the households that I'm a part of, like it's as a man, you're expected to be productive.
Yeah,
You're not expected to be in the kitchen or doing the food shopping or so I'm giving you these examples to show you the differences now. Because I know you know what it's like in Bron. We've got to do our own shopping, we've got to do our own cooking. Like here, you, you're talking about doing your own washing. That just sounds odd.
yes.
You know, everyone's there. So in that sense, within the household, the African culture is still there. But when you step out and you go school, work, uni, it's just like you're being in the UK or in the West. There aren't many differences.
Yeah.
If anything, it's becoming more of one global village.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we were saying. Me and YG were saying that it's like there's no, you got rich and you got poor or whatever, but everyone just combines together to make the thing move.
Yes.
You get me?
Yes,
So
yes.
man did notice that still. All right, cool. So what are the differences in the educational system?
Yeah, again, the curriculum that we follow, it is similar to the British system. But again, there are some areas where we have amended or at least tailored it to suit our Ugandan context. But in general, it is similar to the British system.
But like, obviously, there's schools here what's got like Cambridgeshire teaching
yes.
like level, like top grade.
Yes.
You have to pay for education, but really,
yes.
so what is it like for a year then? A typical year for that kind of education?
If you're going to follow the Cambridge curriculum, you're talking about possibly, again, it depends on the school you go to, but roughly an average, probably like $5,000 per year.
Per year.
Per year.
Per year. Look at that. If you want to do that in England, yeah, it'd be $5,000 per term.
Okay, yeah, the private sector education area in Uganda is much cheaper.
But you still get the quality, if not better, education.
100%. Where they've got us is on the certification. So a certificate from our university is not seen as powerful as a certificate.
But the knowledge they acquire, though.
Yeah. Like, for example, my niece here, she's 14. When she goes...
Talk over this a little bit,
yeah. When she goes back to Brum, and she's around her friends who are 14, intellectually, she's ahead.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
When it comes to the basics of maths, English, and sciences, she's ahead.
They're only going to be on the head on the things that you're not meant to care about, bro. You're not going to say it,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so
typical stuff.
They've got us on the certifications. The certificates from here, they're not seen as powerful or recognized globally. But other than that, the content, what you're learning is power. It is useful.
Yeah. And you see the day-to-day, what are the day-to-day differences? So like, what's like the money? What's the average money you spend on a day?
Okay.
In Kampala?
As of today, £1 is roughly 5,000. It's 4,700, but it gets you roughly 5,000 shillings.
Yeah.
So
the currency shillings here, innit?
Yeah. So 5,000 shillings, just to give you an example of how far £1 can stretch.
Yeah.
In an average restaurant here, and I'm not talking about uptown. I mean for the average Ugandan, 5,000 is a meal. Okay. And you've seen the local meals.
Yeah, that's a pound.
Yeah, you got your sweet potatoes, your beans, your greens, your veg, etc., etc. So £5, you can £2, you can feed yourself for the day on healthy local food.
See,
you know, the cost of electricity is nowhere near as expensive as that side, obviously, because of the weather here.
Yeah,
we're on the equator, by the way. Uganda's on the equator. That's why it's hot all year round.
Yeah.
When it comes to the water bills, of course, it's not as expensive as utilities in general are not as expensive. The cost of living in general, full stop, is not as expensive here than it is there. But here's the powerful thing: you said it yesterday. You can imagine if you can manage to establish a business where you're still earning in pounds and you're living here. It's heaven on earth. Yeah, it's literally heaven on earth because you can live.
There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. The nightclubs are good, food's good, though, and you can see it's building up because economically, it's got a lot of potential. Don't you think? There's a lot of potential. Yeah, and you know, it's ready to get built up and that, but obviously it takes the right people. Not anyone can just do it still. Not anyone can just do it. You get what I'm trying to say? So, do you ever miss the UK?
Yeah, 100%. Reason being, one, the people. You can't be around people for decades and not miss them. Yeah. And not get an attachment to them. So, I miss the people. Two, it's that system that I'm using to better this system.
Yeah,
So I can't really disrespect it like that. I can
yeah,
because of like, as you know, the racism and the,
whatever,
and,
but really,
but at the same time, I've managed to use it as a positive.
yeah,
Like what's there, I'm trying to bring it here.
yeah,
Any UK business that wants to do business in here, in fact, that's what we do. Our main business is to support foreign companies to do business in here,
yeah,
to do business in Uganda because of our access to the leaders of the country. We make it easier for foreign countries to navigate the system and do business here. So we're actually using our experience that side to benefit here.
okay, yeah, man.
So it can be seen as as the UK can be seen as a curse because what it put people through, because it did put people through traumatic events, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, I've
All
never
around
been
the
through
world.
racism here. I
Yeah,
don't even understand what racism means now. Like my
Yeah.
system's been
yeah,
cleansed
Losing
from
people.
all that madness.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know what it's like there,
yeah,
and that's not nice for anybody.
yeah.
People holding their bags when
Whether
they're
it's
walking
direct or
past you.
indirect.
Whether it's direct or not even being considered for jobs for them people that are working. But
It's crazy.
and that doesn't happen here.
Yeah. Seen that.
Like I've applied for jobs here, I've applied for business opportunities, for contracts, and I'm considered not because of the color of my skin, because of what I've got to offer.
Yeah.
And they'll say no because I ain't got what they need, and I'm cool with that. But not because of your skin, or because the way your hair is, or because of what you're wearing, or the way you're walking. I can walk with my bounce here, my road bounce, and the next man's not intimidated. In fact, he sees strength in it. Like this is a confident brother. This is. So it's just it's nice, bro, man. It's just heaven on earth.
So would you ever return? Would you ever return back to the UK?
Yeah, 100%. Because I think this is a global village. So I don't think you should. One thing, I grew up in the ends where YG was as well, and one thing I said to myself growing up, I'm never gonna leave the ends, bro. I used to always, my addiction to the ends was crazy. Like I said to myself, I'm never gonna leave the ends, but that's a terrible mindset to have, bro. Because your network is your net worth. So if all you know is people in the ends here, the most you can earn is the same as people in the ends.
Yeah. You need to come out.
So if you're cool with that, that's calm. But if you want to earn a little more because you want to do certain things, then you have to expand that network.
Yeah. Simple.
That's the only way, bro.
Simple.
So the way I'm seeing it now is the bigger the network, eventually the bigger the net worth.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to encourage everyone from the UK, from anywhere to come to Uganda. Use this as a place to expand your network.
Yeah.
I've got people here that came from the ends. I've not even seen them in like a month or two.
Yeah.
They're here doing their own thing, expanding their own network.
Yeah.
Doing their own businesses. And I'm happy because I know whenever I need a shoulder to lean on, they're there.
They're there, yeah. Sick, it's proper.
Yeah, so
it's proper. Wow. For me personally, respectful, making us come out here and inviting us out here and all that as well. And for me personally, like everything you're saying is nailed on. Like I think that this place is the future. You get me? Like it's got a thing where like almost like the future, like Dubai kind of thing. You know what I mean? But not so artificial.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's got the nightlife, it's got the education system.
Did you like the nightlife?
The nightlife was proper. And what I liked about the nightlife here was I liked how there was at first I was a bit skeptical about the tables and chairs thing everywhere.
Okay.
But then I realised, it's proper because then you can have food. Every nightclub serves food.
Yes.
You can have shisha.
Yes.
You can have your bottles.
Yes.
But if you want to stand up and it will get lively, and it gets live as it, like man, for 2 nights it was crazy. So
it was crazy.
Yeah, the educational system. Yeah, everywhere I go when I'm driving around, I can see the schools, the signs of the schools. You can phone them or signs where you can.
Yes.
Yeah, also what I see here, I've either seen a lot of churches or mosques. I know it's heavy on religion.
It's huge.
The countries, but countries like that, have a lot of morals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
I can see that. You get me? Also, when we was in the like Ginger and that, the countryside, bro, the natural rural, it's there's a lot of land, bro. These places, bro, a lot of greenery.
Yes. I think this is the Garden of Eden. Because remember, it was in East Africa where the first human remains have been found, which is here.
And obviously the River Nile,
Nile.
Even that now I'm going to get onto next year. I enjoyed that experience too, even going in there and just the atmosphere. Because this place, what I like about this place, the calmness of it when you're here.
you just relax, you just chill out.
Yes.
You don't feel, it's like everything just goes away. It's just crazy.
Yes.
Like, and I've been in a lot of places and you don't feel like that, you get me? So I can see, you get me, obviously politically as well, I can see that obviously there is obviously a bit of corruption or whatever, or like you're going to get in every kind of thing. Like I can see that there could be a bit more given to the people. You get what I'm trying to say to you? But I think as time goes on, I think that will get me, because like I said, it's got a lot of space for it to. You know what I'm saying to you?
And what you're saying is bang on. The area of corruption is a problem in Uganda, but it's not as bad as it's portrayed to be.
Trust me. Yeah. You can
there.
move around.
It is a huge problem, but if you look at a global,
perspective,
if you take a global perspective, the corruption that's taking place in Uganda is nothing
to what's going on
elsewhere.
Come on, man. So I can't.
And check this out, every year you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars, bro, leave Africa through corruption and through capital flight. But my question is, which banks is it going to?
Yeah.
And in which countries?
Yeah.
And you see, when you follow it, bro, you'll find they're the people saying Africans are corrupt.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the world to
know
know that they
what
themselves are the
Come on, it's all a cover up. It's all a cover up. It's all a cover up.
You are right still. You do get...
It's all a cover up. And obviously, economically, I also think, obviously, they got tons of space to grow. I think there's so much things you can do here when it's trading, whatever, property, whatever. There's so much. I'm not going to get into it, but there's a lot.
If you notice, but that one
that's
that's the greatest, bro. And I think this is the perfect time as well, because this Uganda now reminds me of, bro, when me and you first met, if not 5 years earlier.
Yeah.
So you've got a huge window of opportunities to capture. For example, now we ain't got everything you could think of on that side, bro. It's not here. The majority of things in terms of standard of living. What would make someone's standard of living comfortable? So the opportunities now are for people to come back and set up those things for people here. Uganda's just found oil and gas, so in the next 2 years we're going to start producing our own oil and gas. We're not going to be importing it. We're going to have our own refinery, so we're going to turn that oil and gas into finished oil and gas.
That is going to have a lot of income and revenue.
Yes,
bro. It's going to build up the place.
Yes, bro. So imagine, the more roads, hospitals, schools, apartments that are going to be built through the oil and gas money.
It's nice.
So a lot of opportunities here for people that are in logistics. If you want to be part of transporting goods and services, if you want to be in real estate, all the workers need housing, whether it's expensive housing or affordable housing. If you want to be involved in security, you can set up security companies, because a lot of people need private security. Even companies need private security. If you want to start coming to Uganda for agriculture, all of these people need to be fed. Who's growing the food to feed them? But like everything you could think of that you could possibly do is here. But you couldn't do that side. Agriculture's taken by who God knows, but it's taken.
You can't even proper grow things properly there anyway.
Real estate, it's hard to enter real estate there. And
it's crazy.
You need loads of capital.
It's crazy.
Here you can start the real estate. You can enter the real estate space with like as low as $1,000, $2,000. As low as $1,000, $2,000. You can stay on a real estate player.
That's like most places in Africa.
So
a lot of them. It's like that.
As he said, economically here it's a gold mine. A gold mine, and I encourage all the man them from not only from all over, whoever wants to recreate themselves and start again and start doing what's inside of them to do, whether it's entertainment, bro. We didn't even mention entertainment, about the economic opportunities, artists coming here.
No, there's a lot of space for that,
bro.
A lot of space for that.
Uganda's
a lot of space for that. Yeah.
As YGC, bro, they love the party.
No, there's a lot of space for that. If you're an artist and that, there's a lot of space for that. Entertainment's a game. There's a lot to do in entertainment. Full stop.
Yes. And even if it's not bringing in artists, even setting up.
I know what I'm saying. The whole entertainment game in itself, there's loads of things you could do. The whole thing. You get me? So yeah, man. Trust me, man. Respect, fam. Respect. You get me? Respect for making man come through and see the place and showing man what I go on, and you get me, man's had a wicked time, you get me. I got the trip what I need to get, you get me, which was to humble myself down and to open up my mind more and clear my mind, and also open up more to expand further with things like my podcast and other things. And it's done that for me. I'm ready to move on now and do what I'm doing and return.
And even your podcast, because I'm a follower of your podcast. like even from here, when I'm in Uganda, I'm watching the region, the podcast.
Yeah, man.
So, but I don't see why it should only be me. Uganda has 40 million people. East Africa has 300 million people.
Yeah.
That's a market for a reason.
Alone, yeah.
And the content you're sharing, believe me, bro, like they're hungry for that content.
Yeah, now we're gonna
They
take
can
in, man.
relate, like all of your artists that you've had over the last 4, 5, 6 months. Everything, not only from reason in your previous podcasts, the content is universal.
Yeah. Now, definitely, I know that. So
we need that content here.
All it's not gonna stop. So all in due time, innit? Trust me. But yeah, man, people, them. We're out of time now. But like I said, fam, respect for everything. You know what I'm trying to say to you. Until next time, man, we're returning. Man, we'll do even bigger podcasts with a couple more artists and whatnot. We'll line it up properly. You get me? But people, them. This has been the Reasoning Podcast, live from Uganda. Big up my guest, DB. Big up my dog, YG. I'm your host, Rasnado. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we are out.
This is the reasoning, come have a reason. This is the reasoning, let's have a reason. This is the reasoning, come have a reason. This is the reasoning, let's have a reason.